shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. A first carry here for Joe Mixon.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
The tackle made.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is third and 8. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Chase Claypool.
His second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. To return it, Darius Phillips.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The end result, 21 yards.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 mark.
Here's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's got this down to the 35.
12 yards there and a first down.
To Joe Mixon.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check cross, check cross, check cross. Mark 54. Mark 54.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Complete to
John Ross hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Steelers 6. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
For Devontae Freeman, the ball.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger going top shelf for Smith-Schuster and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
For Juju Smith-Schuster.
This is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's now
well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
He was taken down at the
back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's throwing them in the offensive backfield.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Taken down back at
that was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter.
With the score.
Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
It's 4th down.
Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
And just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Mixon on the toss right. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
The tackler made
no gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd down.
Looking to pass. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this 1st half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
punting now is Huber as he sends it away. And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Night, sweetheart.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Jordan Berry now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 27. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Steelers 48-yard line.
Let's go now.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You don't see me in your life. Check three.
Here's Roethlisberger. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver there, the rookie Chase Claypool. And it'll bring up third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
1-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
First down. Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 49-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now Burrow. Flush to his right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
On that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins got home that time.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
Steelers 13, Bengals 7.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Big bet on the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Freeman again.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
The Steelers
They'll try and run with Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Steelers 19, Bengals 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, Phillips. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
On the return, the Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. 55, mark, 55. Man, I got you. Man.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
Burrow.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
A 3-yard gain.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Escaping the pressure. Now Burrow loses the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And some room to maneuver. The 20. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain of 37. You talk about catching a defense off guard. They were not expecting jet sweep at all there.
Well, he was 10 yards downfield before the defense even knew what hit him. So a really good play call against a defense that was set up for them to gain big yardage. And how about how they executed the handoff there? That means they spent some time with the wide receivers taking handoffs from the quarterbacks.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Cameron Hayward picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
2nd down.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now it's Burrow. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Watch the safety creep.
And, Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
So on 4th down, Burrow will give way to Randy Bullock for the Bengals field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. Double bump. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. 65.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals 11. A big run there by Freeman. And even 50 yards on the ground. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game. But it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 3-yard line.
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, now Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Big Ben with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Bengals drive about to get going. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. Now he's going to throw deep right side, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
Back to Mixon on first down. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Right there, 54, right there, 53.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now, Bengals on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Burrow will throw. Throw right side complete to Carter. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
First down, Bengals.
Here's Burrow. Incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, 2nd and 15. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. Again, it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit.
Bengals 18. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
On the play. 2nd and 10 at the 47.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
5-yard line.
They run the counter. Freeman. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the Bengals' 13-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's going to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Devontae Freeman with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Darius Phillips on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Complete to
If he's their best threat on offense, use your number 1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A handoff to Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Back at the 24-yard line.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He's got his man, Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bengal 1st down on a 16-yard pickup there.
Cincinnati.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Flush to his right. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
For the point after.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Bengals.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Roethlisberger on the keeper.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Pittsburgh, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they